A very good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, welcome back to mathematics class. Let us start today's maths class of grade 10th. This is chapter number 14, Statistics, lecture number 2. Children, you know that only yesterday this chapter number 14 was started. Fine. So today I will be proceeding with lecture number 2 of chapter number 14, Statistics. Children, in my previous lecture, I made you understand the concept of statistics. Then after that, I explained you the difference between grouped and ungrouped data. I told you about the central tendencies. Fine. And then I explained you about class mark, which is actually the greatest requirement in case of grouped data whenever we are going to calculate the mean. Then I explained you how to calculate arithmetic mean for grouped as well as for ungrouped data. Okay. So the topics which I am going to teach today, they are: number 1, I will make you recall the formula of calculating arithmetic mean, that was direct formula. I told you that there are 3 formulae to calculate arithmetic mean. Number 1, direct method, which was taught yesterday. Number 2, assumed mean method, which I am going to explain you today. And next method is step deviation, which will be taught in upcoming videos. Okay. So after that, I will be taking some sums in which how to apply assumed mean method to calculate arithmetic mean will be explained from exercise 14.1. Got it, students? So children, let us start today's lecture. First of all, I am going to make you recall the formula to calculate mean, which is written as x bar in case of grouped data only, and I am going to make you understand the direct method. What did we do in direct method? The formula is sigma fi xi upon sigma fi. Fi is nothing but the frequencies, means how many times a particular observation is going to be occurred. And xi is class mark. What do you mean by class mark? That was also explained yesterday. That is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Yesterday only it was explained that in grouped data we used to deal with the class intervals like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and so on. In that I told you that this in 10 to 20 interval, 10 is known as lower limit and 20 is known as upper limit. So for each and every class interval, we need a point which would represent the whole class. Okay. So in that case, we are going to assume as the midpoint to the class mark. Here we can say that it is assumed that the frequency of each class interval is centered around its midpoint. So that midpoint, you know how to represent it. We represent it by xi, that is class mark, which is equal to lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Correct, children? After that, we knew the frequency and we multiplied it by class mark and we calculated its summation, and ultimately we divided it by the sum of all the frequencies to come to know about the mean or the average using direct method. Fine, students? So now children, I am going to begin with new method, that is assumed mean method. This is second method to calculate average or arithmetic mean. So let us learn its formula first. You know we represent mean by x bar, that is a plus sigma fi di upon sigma fi. Now the question arises, what is a and what is di here? So let me tell you, a is the assumed mean. Assumed mean. and it will be assumed from the complete list of xi, that is class mark. Let us talk about di. Di is nothing but the difference of xi and a, that is assumed mean. So you can write xi minus a. Now let us understand about assumed mean method. When do we apply it? The cases in which the numerical values like xi you know that is class mark, which is nothing but lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, and frequency, that is fi, they are large and computation of the product, that is fi xi, that become very tedious as well as time consuming for us. So in that case, children, we are going to apply assumed mean method, because it would really make our calculations also very easy for us. Okay, so you will be having a complete list of xi, that you know how did I calculate it yesterday. So out of that list, in that complete list, you are going to assume any value of your choice as assumed mean. But I prefer to choose the mid value if possible. That depends on basically the data. If the data or the total xi is odd, so we can easily pick the middle one. Otherwise you can pick any value of your choice. Okay, that will be considered as assumed mean, that is a. And di, I have told you that this is nothing but the difference of class mark and the assumed mean. Fine. And after that we will be calculating fi di, means the product of frequency along with di, and then its summation. That summation will be divided by the summation of all the frequencies to what we call n also. And then this a will be added in it. A is assumed mean. There is a way to learn the formula also, that to calculate di we are going to subtract a. So in formula we are going to add a, so that we can calculate the appropriate value of assumed mean using assumed mean method. Okay. So children, for the better clarity of this concept, I will be taking the questions from exercise 14.1. The complete exercise is based on calculating mean. So it depends on you that which particular method you people are going to adopt. Okay. So children, I will be taking question number 4. Yesterday I took up to question number 3, and direct method was used in those questions. Though I gave you question number 4 and 5 to do also at home using direct method. Now I am going to make you understand question number 4 using assumed mean method. Okay. So please understand the statement first of all. 30 women were examined in a hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as follows. So now I am going to write the data of 30 women whose heartbeats were recorded by the doctors. Okay. So we are going to calculate the mean, though in the question it is not specified that which particular method we are going to use. So but as I am introducing the new method, so I will be making you understand doing the question using assumed mean method only. Okay. So we will be having the data given, that is number of heartbeats per minute. What it would be? It is given to us 65 to 68, 68 to 71, 71 to 74, 74 to 77, 77 to 80, 80 to 83, and 83 to 86. Children, here you can see that the gap between upper limit as well as lower limit is 3. Okay. Now I am going to write down number of women. You know that number of women can be represented by frequency also, that is Fi. So the numbers are 2, 4, 3, 8, 7, 4 and 2. Means there were two women whose heartbeats were from 65 to 68 per minute when it was recorded. Correct? When it was examined by the doctor. In the same manner, there were total 8 women. When their heartbeats were examined, then it was found that it was 74 to 77 per minute. Correct? Now children, we are going to calculate XI first of all, which is class mark. You know the formula? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So let us apply on both. This is 65 is the lower limit and 68 is the upper limit for this particular class interval. So add them. 65 plus 68 will give you 133. Divided by 2, you will be getting 66.5. Correct? In the same manner, 68 plus 71, when I added, I got 139. So divided by 2 will give me 69.5. So children, from this data only you can observe that there is also the gap of 3. Either you keep on adding 3 to come to know about rest of the terms of class mark, or you can even add them also. Correct? When I added them, I got 145. And when it will be divided by 2, I will be getting 72.5. In the same manner, keep on adding 3. So you will be getting 75.5. Next one will be 78.5. Next one will be 81.5. And the last one will be 84.5. But please check once, confirm it. Let us calculate about 83 and for 86 class interval. It will be 169. When it will be divided, we will be getting 84.5. Correct? So this is all about XI. But as per the formula, I want DI. DI is what? That is XI minus A. Correct? So now the question arises that first of all we have to consider some value out of this list of XI which we can consider as assumed mean, that is A. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is odd number. So you can leave last 3, you can leave the topmost 3, and the middle value can be chosen as assumed mean. Children, I repeat, it is not essential that you have to pick the middle value. You could take 72.5 also, 66.5 also, 84.5 also. That depends on you. Okay. So now I am going to subtract this A, that is 75.5 from 66.5. So definitely I will be getting the value in negative. It will be negative 9. That is minus 9. Now 69.5 minus 75.5. I have got minus 6. 72.5 minus 75.5, that is minus 3. 75.5 minus 75.5 will be 0. Correct? Now 78.5, which is XI minus A, will give you 3. Then 81.5 minus 75.5 will give you 6. After subtracting, 84.5 minus 75.5 will give you 9. Children, have you observed one thing? That whatever values you are going to get in negative, the same values you are going to get in positive as well. Correct? This is actually the way to check whether we are going to do the right calculation or not. Now children, we are going to calculate Fi into Di, means the product of these two. Fine. So let us find their product. So this is Fi Di will become minus 9 into 2. That is minus 18. Minus 6 into 4, minus 24. Minus 3 into 3, minus 9. 0 into 8, 0. 7 3s are 21. 4 into 6, 24. And 9 into 2 will give you 18. So let us calculate the summation of Fi di. This is sigma Fi di. This is positive 24, negative 24 cancelled. Positive 18, negative 18 cancelled. 21 minus 9 will give you 12 with the positive sign because 21 is greater, okay, and having positive value. This is a positive value. Now I will be calculating sigma Fi. So what is to be done? Sigma means nothing but the addition. Sigma Fi, the summation total, you know that there were total 30 women whose heartbeats were going to be examined. So the summation is 30. Now children, sigma Fi di I have just calculated, which is equal to 12, and sigma Fi, that is the sum of all the frequencies, is equal to 30. Correct? Now I will be calculating mean using assumed mean method. So let us revise the formula. X bar is equal to A plus sigma Fi di upon sigma Fi. Correct? So let us put the value of A, which was assumed mean, you know, that is 75.5 plus sigma Fi di is what? That is 12 upon 30. Let us cancel it by the table of 6. 6 2s are 12, 6 5s are 30. So children, I have got 75.5 plus, when I divided 2 by 5, I got 0.4. So let us add both of them. So after adding, I have got 75.9. So children, this is the average, or you can say the mean heartbeat per minute for these women, for these 30 women. Correct? So this is our answer. Now children, for better clarity of the same concept, I will be taking one more question. That is question number 9. Please listen the statement carefully. The following table gives the literacy rate in percentage of 35 cities. Means how many people are educated. The percentage of the literacy rate is given to us. So let us start making the table. This is literacy rate. Literacy rate in percentage. This is given to us. Okay. We are going to calculate the mean literacy rate. Now it depends on you which method you are going to adopt. Okay. So the intervals are given 45 to 55. This is the percentage of the literacy rate in 35 cities. So this is number of cities. You can call it as Fi. Correct? So there are 3 cities whose literacy rate is between 45 to 55. Next is 55 to 65. There are total 10 cities. Next is 65 to 75. Total 11 cities are there whose literacy rate is between 65 to 75. 75 to 85, 8 cities. And 85 to 95 are only 3 cities. Correct? So let us calculate class mark, which is xi, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So lower limit is 45 and upper limit is 55. Add them, you will be getting 100. 100 divided by 2, that is 50. Now 55 plus 65, you will be getting 120. Divided by 2, that is 60. In the same manner, when I added them, I got 140 divided by 2, that is 70. Here you can observe that there is a gap of 10 and class size is also 10. Class size is what? Upper limit minus lower limit. So next one will be definitely 80 and the last one will be 90. Correct? Now this is complete xi. Children, it depends on you which one value you are going to assume as assumed mean. I will be assuming 70 as A. Okay, though it is a middle value, you could take 60 also, 50 also. You will be getting the appropriate answer for each case. Okay. Now I am going to calculate di, which is actually xi minus A. You have xi as 50 and a as 70. So what would you get after subtracting? 50 minus 70, that is minus 20. 60 minus 70, minus 10. 70 minus 70, 0. 80 minus 70, 10. 90 minus 70, 20. Again you can observe, above 0 there were the numbers in negative and below 0 there were the same numbers in positive. This is the way that we are proceeding in the right manner. Okay. Now we will be calculating the product of Fi and Di. Their product I will be calculating. So it would become Fi into Di. Let us multiply them. So what you will be getting, minus 20 into 3, that is minus 60. Minus 10 into plus 10, that is minus 100. 11 into 0, 0. 8 into 10, 80. And 3 into 20, that is 60. Let us calculate sigma Fi Di. That is nothing but the sum only. Negative 60, positive 60 cancelled. Minus 100 and plus 80 will give you what? Minus 20. Got it? No need to be confused. We can even get the summation in negative also. No need to be confused. So children, we know how many cities were there whose literacy rate in percentage is reflected here on the screen. There were total 35. When you will be adding all the frequencies, you will be getting total 35. That is sigma Fi. Correct? Now let us calculate mean, which is x bar. The formula is A plus sigma Fi Di upon sigma Fi, which will be equal to, what is A? 70. So write it. 70 plus sigma Fi Di is what? Minus 20 upon sigma Fi is 35. Cancel them by the table of 5. This is 4za, this is 7za. So I have got 70 plus in bracket minus 4 by 7. Either you can divide 4 by 7 or you can take LCM also. LCM will be 7. 490 minus 4. That would become 486 by 7. Or when I divided it, children, I got 69.4285 approximately. You can write 69.43% approx. I have just rounded off the figure. As it was 8, so I have made it 3. So 69.43 is the average literacy rate of 35 cities. Got it, students? So this was all about today's lecture, in which I have made you understand how to calculate average or the arithmetic mean using assumed mean method. And this is the formula. Please learn it and go in the same manner as I have explained you. Now children, this is the time to get mathematics homework. Your maths homework is that you have to do question number 6, 7 and 8 of exercise 14.1 using assumed mean method to calculate arithmetic mean, along with the classwork question, that is question number 4 and 9 of exercise 14.1 in mathematics homework notebook. Understood, students? If you have done either 6th question using direct method also, but still you are supposed to do these 3 questions using assumed mean method. Now you have to check whether you have comprehended the method or not. Fine? Because in every case you will be getting the same mean, whether you adopt direct, you adopt assumed mean, or you are going to adopt a step deviation, that is new method for you. Okay? So you will be getting the same average in every case. Correct? So that's it for the day. Please do this homework in your mathematics homework notebook, or if you will be having any doubt, then you can resolve your doubt in live class. So children, that's it for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel.